In the United States, local political leaders have appealed for calm after federal immigration agents shot dead a 37-year-old man in Minneapolis, the second such fatal shooting this month. The death comes amid simmering tensions between state and federal officials over the crackdown on immigration enforcement, with President Trump accusing Democratic leaders of inciting insurrection. Protesters have again taken to the streets to condemn the recent actions by ICE agents.
Tensions in Minneapolis have reached a new level. A man shot dead by ICE agents, not long after thousands had been on the streets, demanding an end to President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. And as news spread, people started to arrive at the scene, and tear gas was used. No! This follows a number of other incidents, including the killing of mother of three Renee Good just over 2 weeks ago. If you ask the Department of Homeland Security, today is a story about an armed man violently resisting agents.
Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots.
But some say otherwise.
He was on the ground and they were just making matters worse by hitting him in the head. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give him a chance to get on the ground. They just started throwing him on, manhandling him, and then just threw him on the ground and just shot him.
Different narratives emerging, but Minnesota's Governor Tim Walz is clear about where he stands.
Donald Trump, I call on you once again. Remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence. We've seen deadly violence from federal agents again and again and again.
Responding tonight, the US president accused Minnesota's authorities of inciting an insurrection, while those same authorities are asking the public to remain calm. But patience has run thin in a city that finds itself at odds with Donald Trump's administration. Gavin O'Callaghan, RTE News.
David Smith, Washington Bureau Chief with The Guardian newspaper, joins us now. And David, quite extraordinary scenes and very divergent views at official level on the various sides. Are we any clearer tonight about what may have happened in this latest fatal shooting?
We are seeing new videos emerge, including the build-up to this incident in which ultimately Alex Pretty, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, was fatally shot. But it is reminiscent of the killing of Renee Good earlier this month in Minneapolis. Even when there is a video, there are hugely divergent views, with the Trump administration claiming that these officers acted in self-defense, as you see the man being thrown to the ground and ultimately shot. But Democrats and others claiming this is another example of effectively state terrorism, with undertrained federal agents taking the law into their own hands. And we've seen a huge outpouring of anger and protest in Minneapolis in the hours since.
Yes, as you say, tensions already running high and running high tonight. What do you expect may happen in the days ahead?
I think there's certainly potential for further protests, perhaps not just in Minneapolis, where people are braving fierce cold, but in other cities as well. This does feel like a flashpoint reminiscent of 2020, when again in Minneapolis, George Floyd, an African-American man, was murdered by a police officer, and that sparked a conflagration across the country. It's a very tense, febrile atmosphere right now, and certainly Democrats have been outspoken all day, calling for ICE to quit the city and potentially for Congress to cut off its funding.
OK, my goodness. David Smith, Washington Bureau of The Guardian, thank you for speaking with us this evening with that update.